Hi, I'm Dino, and this is my GQ 10 Things I Can't Live Without interview. What's that? Oh, God, it's heavy. Hang on, let me put this down. Is that a human heart? Is that my heart? Yep, that's your heart. Abduction is bad. Kidnapping is wrong. Well, it is when it happens to you, that is. I would know it because I was speaking from first-hand experience. Yes, the beautiful figure you see before you was once abducted. And no, it's not hyperbole, and no, it's not me being overdramatic. I was literally taken against my will to a place I didn't want to go. And the context of that story has a lot to do with that video in the background. You see, I was quite the troublesome youth. I was a naughty boy, a little baddie. And I lived basically by two mottos. Skate and die, and you can't catch cooties if you fucking boy booty. One of those tenets I still follow religiously to this day. Point being, I'd spend my entire youth skateboarding around with my friends in different locations around Cape Town. And one of these locations that we went to was the town of Dunoon. Now, context for non-South Africans and non-Cape Townians, because some of you were unfortunately born in Johannesburg, and for that I pity you. Dunoon is a shanty town. Basically, people without homes built their own homes out of shack and sheet metal, and after time it kind of became its own community in town. Since I was last there, I believe that homes have been built by the ANC after months of promising. I don't know why I said months, I meant years or decades, but the overwhelming majority of people living in the town do live in shacks. It's not exactly a white boy area, and is predominantly populated by Zulus. At least it was however many years ago I went. And the only reason I went to begin with was because apparently Dunoon had a very nice skate park, which still makes me laugh to this day. I get the message that they were trying to put across, oh, we'll put in a nice little community center for all of the kids to play. But a skate park? Why not a five-a-side pitch? Do you know how expensive one of those boards are? A football's like 100 rand. Anyway, fortunately for me, I knew someone who lived there. I met him because I used to go to a church called View Church. Not out of any Christian morality, I solely went there to go pick up girls. And you can judge me and you can give me a weird look, but it worked. The Son and the Holy Spirit helped me get my first handy, and in exchange I sat through his boring ass sermon. So I think we're even. After about my 7th attendance at a youth group, I met a lad, I'm just gonna make up a name and call him Bricky. Bricky, being a local to Dunoon, decided on one Saturday he was gonna take me and all of my friends to go try out the skate park that we've heard such good things about. And off we went. We skated all the way from Big Bay down to the train tracks just before the entrance of Dunoon. Context, that is a very long trip. And we went in, and honestly, we had no problems. We had a great day. We managed to get ourselves on some local Zaza, taught some of the kids to skate, and it was almost entirely uneventful. Hell, I even have a really funny memory because I remember Orlando Pirates and Kaiser Chiefs were playing that day, and as we were leaving, someone was doing a gumboot dance outside of their house, wearing full Orlando Pirates gear, and offering us like quarts of Castle beer, but we all said no because we didn't exactly know the guy or the area. What does that have to do with me getting abducted? I'm getting to it, you impatient little bitch. I know TikTok and multiple forms of dopamine at the same time have rotted your brain, but you can listen to a story! My story. Here's some Subway Surfer footage to pacify you. As I was saying, 2 years down the line, I haven't seen Bricky in a while. I don't really hang out with those friends anymore, and I happened to bump into him outside of a Pick and Pay. We get to chatting, he's telling me how he's doing, I'm telling him how I'm doing and what I'm doing, and out of nowhere one of his mates appear from the sliding doors. Now, Bricky didn't seem very happy to see him. I think it was probably because as Bricky was explaining to me, he kind of fell out of the whole religious doctrine, and he kind of confessed to me the only reason he was there was for the same intentions that I was. A little bit of but Bricky's always been a nice guy, so he introduces me to his mate. He was very clearly still in the Lord's fold with a giant cross around his neck. I ain't got nothing against religion, I ain't got nothing against Christian, I ain't got nothing against Muslims, as long as you don't talk to me about it. Because to be honest, I'm just not interested. And thankfully for me, this guy wasn't over keen on talking about his faith. Hell, I'll leave in a minute, he was quite a funny dude. Time goes on, we're all yapping away. Eventually, Bricky says, listen, I've got to go, guys, I'm late for such and such a thing. No worries, shake his hand, kiss him on the lips, say goodbye. But as Bricky's friend explains to me, he's got nowhere to be, so we can chat for a bit longer. I'm gonna call him Muggy. Me and Muggy decided we're gonna keep talking, we may as well go get an ice cream and chill on the beach. And we do that, we make our way down. About an hour goes by, I'm really enjoying this conversation, very interesting bloke. He mentions to me quite casually that there's a party going on tomorrow night. I never want to turn down any opportunity I'm given. So even though I don't know the guy, I say yes. And that was my biggest crucial mistake. We part ways, I give him my number and I say I'll see you tomorrow. Skipping all the details of that day of me describing how big my shit was, nighttime rolled around. I've got my best Axe body spray all over me. I've shaved down below, been taking my mints and I'm feeling myself. Get a BBM, yes, a BBM. That is how your elders communicated. Come outside, his mate's gonna pick us up in a city golf. Dawdle my way out, feeling fresh, feeling confident, and hop into the car. Now fellas and lady, I can't describe how instant and sudden my dread and fear was. I literally pulled a car to after I sat down in the back of that car. Two of the biggest boys I've ever seen in my life were chilling on the right hand side of me, and in front on the left hand side, not driving, was my friend Muggy and some white bearded oak on the right. I'm not sure if I explained this or not, but I'm a little boy. These are clearly grown men. Point being, I don't feel very safe. Before I could even get out of the car, which I was literally reaching for the handle, we peeled out of the driveway at full force. There's a stereotype about city golf drivers, is that they're reckless and dumb, to which all I can say is yes. This dude was peeling those tires. Shit was going and skidding around corners like a madman. I don't know if he was trying to impress me, but it just made my fear rise. And as this is happening, the guys on my right are just staring down at me like I'm a piece of meat, saying nothing. Only Muggy is making chit chat, trying to like calm me, because he could visibly see on my face I turned white as a ghost. The idle chit chat goes on, the driving goes, and the driving keeps going, and the driving's taking way longer than I'm comfortable with. Was it 2 minutes? Has it been 5 minutes? Is it 10? I don't recognize the area we're going to. How far out is this party? Muggy, answer me. But he's just in front reassuring me, trying to calm me. Then those 10 turn to 15 minutes, and now beads are dropping from my forehead. I'm thinking to myself, my life has been short, my life has been fun, but my life is forfeit now. I am in a strange car with an absolute lunatic driving us, a guy I barely know trying to relax me, and two giant colossal men staring at me, blinking at me in dead absolute silence. I just figured my card was up. 20 minutes go by, and we finally pull into a parking lot. And then dead silence. There was no car engine. Nobody was talking. There was no radio on. Just silence. I'm sat there stiff as an absolute board, thinking I don't even know what's gonna happen. One of the big guys leans over me and reaches his hand towards me and opens my door. They brought me to Sunday service! I wish I was joking. When I got out of the car, I saw a giant Methodist cross and my face dropped. I would rather have died. Doesn't get more interesting than that. I'm still pissed off about it to this day. I was stuck at that church for 3 hours. I couldn't get home. The nearest bus stop was a half hour away. And also, I don't want to walk alone in South Africa at night. I don't want to die. Point being, fuck you, Bricky. Fuck you, Muggy. Fuck you, two big guys, although I'm a little bit older now. Just saying, maybe you can fuck me. And fuck you, city guy. I'm done. Legally, you have to subscribe. Don't trust strangers, kids. Bye-bye.